Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Everybody out there wanted to wish you a happy 4th in advance. So it's 4th of July weekend. You can probably hear got fireworks going off already in the background. But I hope everybody's having a great weekend. And I just wanted to talk about this fiat cash. I got a little extra. Yay me, right? This month. So I got about $500. And now what I got to do is figure out what I want to put this fiat into. Okay. So for me, typically, I like to put it into the extra. Now I got my fiat or cash in the bank too to pay bills, but I typically don't put extra in the bank. I like control my money. I like hard assets. I like to put it in collectibles and things of that nature. So now some people might argue with me that, you can put it in a CD. But when you put it in a CD, from my experience, you got it locked up, right, for that time period, 6 months, 12 months, whatever you put it in there for. And if you need it, you can't get it. So there are times that I could have an emergency. I don't have a lot of cash on the sidelines. So I need to be able to turn it into cash if need be. I have other investments too. I got my 401k. I got different things out there, but I just don't typically like the CD. Now you could go into an online account and do a high interest savings, right? That might be a good play. If that's your thing, you do you, I'm going to do me. I mean, for me, I typically don't like that counterparty risk, having it in somebody else's hands. People tell me you got FDIC insurance, which is true. It's probably going to cover, but I always think worst case scenario, what if there's just a one-off, right, phenomenon that everything went to shit and you need your money and they can't pay everybody, right? And they say, oh, well, we're sorry. It just didn't work out. And ultimately, that money comes from us, right? The taxpayers, even if they have to issue treasury bonds to create that money, whatever, we're ultimately footing the bill. So outside of the banking system is what I like to do, not financial advice, just sharing what I do, okay? So I like to take something like this and turn it into something like this, okay? So here we have 20 ounces of 3/9 fine silver rounds. I like silver. Silver's been good to me. I bought a lot of it when it was a lot cheaper, but my dollar cost average is down there a good bit, okay? So I'm probably up, I'd say $9 an ounce on the silver I own. So silver's been really good to me, and I can liquidate it, right? If I need to pay bills. And since I've been involved with precious metals, I could always get the spot price. I've never been stuck and lost all this money, with silver or even gold for that matter. It's not extremely volatile, so you can definitely get your money back. You could sell it peer to peer, but it may take you a day or two, right? So that can be bad in some people's eyes, but I like it because I can't just spend it on a whim, right? If I'm deciding I need the money, I can't make an irrational decision. It takes me more time to process. And through that time, you can reel in your emotion and decide if you're doing the right thing or not. So for that reason, I really like the precious metals because over time they keep up with it. They tend to keep up with inflation. They cycle up and down. If you buy high, sell low, and lose money, then you panicked and you didn't do your homework. Okay, if you look at the charts and you can dollar cost average, keep your silver for a while, you can and sell at the right time, you can do a really good job with it. So it's not for instantaneous things. If you know you're going to have to spend your money within a week or two or a month, yeah, you just hold on to the cash. But if you know it's going to be a while, turn it over into something else. Okay. And if silver's not your thing, here's another thing I like to buy is this. All right, gold. This is a 1/4 ounce of gold. So it's about the same value as the 21 ounce rounds of silver that we've seen, or $500 cash. So this is a Philharmonic, and it's from the Austrian Mint. And it is 4/9 fine gold. So the molecular symbol for gold is AU. Of course, the molecular symbol for silver is AG. But you can see gold has some benefits, right? It's a little less volatile than silver. You're not going to see the huge swings with gold typically. Of course, with the environment we're in now, who knows? Next year or two, I think gold may shoot up. Pure speculation, by the way, not investment advice. But you can see some of the advantages to gold, more stable, and it's a lot easier to store. So the silver, 20 ounces of silver is quite a bit in comparison to just one single quarter of an ounce of gold, right? So a lot less metal to get the same amount of value. So matter of fact, if you did the math, you got 4 of these would be in 1 ounce, size-wise, right? Ounce, they're going to weigh different, gold and silver. But you got 4 of them times the 20 rounds, that's 80 times. So the less space as far as size and ounces. So it is really nice, convenient. You can transport it a lot easier. It is a tier 1 asset. And for the last 2 or 3 years, banks have bought more gold than they have prior to that in all the history. So there's something going on with gold. The banks are buying it. Yeah, there may be worth investment to pick up some gold. I like to diversify, so I have some gold, silver. I do have some Bitcoin. So now I sound like Robert Kiyosaki. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Of course, I'm not as smart as that guy. You know, he's business savvy. I work shift work, 12-hour shifts. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not doing a business. I haven't made all kinds of money. And I'm not Warren Buffett with all this cash on the sidelines. If I get cash, I need it to work for me. So, and the smart as I know how, I'm more conservative, but that's what I stick with. I do have 401k. I got some other things out there. I do invest in Barrick Gold mining stocks, that type of thing. But anyway, get back to this. Another thing I invest in, like I said, was the Bitcoin. I'm not a complete crypto advocate. I'm not on one side of the fence or the other. You can't go wrong with God's money, gold and silver. The Bitcoin for me is a more speculative asset. It's definitely more risk on than the gold and silver, in my opinion. But I still like to diversify. So I bought the Bitcoin in an IRA, or I'm sorry, yeah, a Roth IRA from I Trust Capital. That's the route I went. That way it made the tax a little cleaner for me, and I wouldn't be hit with all this tax on the profit, being it's in a Roth IRA. And the I Trust Capital Roth IRA, you know, it is regulated. I mean, it is a security. So I feel pretty confident that that'll be there and everything will be okay, maybe in the retirement years, depending on how Bitcoin performs, right? It could be tank and be dead by then, I don't know. But a point I wanted to make about that is for all the crypto, the Bitcoin lovers that hate precious metals and think it's a worthless rock. Well, you know, we all know you got to have electricity to mine Bitcoin. And they use these mining computers. They all have precious metals in them. They got gold, silver inside of there. So for all the Bitcoin haters that are hating on precious metals, I hate to tell you that you can't mine your Bitcoin without the precious metals, the God's money that's been around for thousands of years. So that's my take on that. But anyway, this video, I just wanted to share. A lot of you guys, I mean, you already know this, but the new people that stumble on the video, I hope it helps you, you know, rethink about storing cash under a mattress. It's just not a good plan, right? That inflation is eating up your spending power of that money over a 2-3 year time period, especially. So at that point, just reconsider and think about putting it into something that's going to, you know, go up in value, you know. And for me, it's no guarantee, right? But just look at history, do your own research. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, pretty 3 solid things. And in my personal opinion, by God knows I'm not a professional. So don't take it as professional advice. I'm just a guy here talking to you on YouTube about what I'm doing. So you guys have a good 4th of July. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider it. If you like things that I'm saying, go check out Bullion Breakdown. He's got a video he put out in the last day or two. It talks about silver and its uses and why buy silver. So it's kind of a silver pumping video. He shared, you know, a little humor, but it does make some good points. I mean, the video does make some very good points about why silver is a good purchase. So that's kind of interesting if you want to check that out. But anyway, you guys, peace out. and keep stacking.